Hey guys, today we're doing some pistol grip customizing for the AR, and I just wanted to show you guys how easy this is. Here's the side that I already did, and you see how nice that looks. It's got a nice custom look to it, and the grip is extreme. I mean, it's really grippy. It's great for if you're doing some tactical situations where you're sweating a lot, or you're in a wet climate. All the water just kind of runs through these grooves and drops down, and it stays out of your way. But anyways, this is how you do it, and you can do it right over any kind of factory stippling or anything. This is just a cheap CMMG. It came with my lower parts kit grip, so I mean, you know, I'm not going to do it to my Magpul MOE grip because it's pretty good as it is, but and I like the way they look. But anyways, you just get into it. I mean, this is just a regular soldering iron, and you just start melting it down like such. And you don't have to be real careful or anything, because this particular pattern, the more unique it looks. I mean, the more you screw up, the more unique it looks, and it looks a lot nicer when you make little mistakes here and there. So, you know, you don't have to have a super steady hand or anything. You just kind of go into it, and you do stuff like that. You get a little too deep, you can just kind of clean it up like that. No big deal. Push the plastic, whatever this stuff is, around. Polymer, I think they call it. But make sure you do this in a ventilated place, because I don't know how harmful the fumes are for you, but I can tell you they get pretty obnoxious if you're doing it like indoors. And always, you know, do it on a surface where you're soldering iron. I put my soldering iron on my vise, which is right next to me, and that way, if I have to get up and use the restroom or something, because even if you unplug it or shut it off, it still stays hot. So you want to make sure that you have a surface at the ready. And I think I only went that far, yeah. And be creative. Just do your own little patterns. Like I'm doing this kind of an angle here at the top, and then I'm going straight down to the bottom. And as you can see, it just melts right through that factory stippling. And you see how I messed up right there, and it looks, I mean, it comes out looking very unique when you screw up. So don't be too careful, because you kind of want those little screw ups there. So they start, kind of makes it like a nice wood grain natural look to it, which is kind of, I think, how it comes out. It comes out looking kind of like wood grain. Sorry for the background noise. We live pretty close to the airport over here. And then when you miss spots, like you can see right here, I missed a spot right there. You want to go over that, because when you're done, and you kind of stand back and look at it, you can kind of see the difference in the finish. I mean, this is a little bit obviously softer finish than this, so you can see that soft finish through your work. So you want to cover up all that so that it looks uniform, because you can kind of see. I'm gonna go across here, and you can tell you missed a spot. You know, it's pretty obvious that you missed a spot. So go back up in there and get it completely covered, because in my opinion, that's the only real screw up that you can do on this is if you miss a spot, because it doesn't look quite uniform or correct. But I'm just going to try to melt away all that crosshatch pattern right there. You know, this is really an easy modification. It makes a big difference on grip, and in a wet situation, in wet climates, and when your hands start to sweat, this makes a huge difference. Also, it's just nice to be able to tell somebody, yeah, I did that myself, you know, that's custom. There's not going to be another grip exactly like it. Anywhere on the range or wherever you're going to take your gun, you're always going to have something different. So, you know, I encourage you guys to don't be afraid to, you know, go out and start tinkering. You know, it's a great way to relax, and it's a great way to relieve some of that stress from your day at work or whatever. It's very relaxing. I got my kids here, and I tell you, after a long day at work with my kids and stuff, you know, you can get pretty stressed out, and I just kind of come out here and relax a little bit, let them take a nap or watch their cartoons or whatever, you know, hang out with their mom, and this gets rid of a lot of that stress, and you're able to deal with your, or not deal with, but enjoy your kids and enjoy your whatever you're doing when you're not stressed out. Also, I encourage you guys to do customization as much as you can. I mean, there's so many, you know, cookie cutter stuff out there. You know, make it different. Where do I go with that one? Okay. And that's it. That's all there is to it. I mean, I'm not going to do the back strap here because I like it kind of comfortable against the palm of my hand right there, so it's not too abrasive right there. But that's pretty much it. That's all there is to it. And of course, this front side was the front strap was a little bit difficult just because of this finger groove here. That finger groove, you just got to be real gentle and just come up over it so that you don't melt too much plastic, because when you start to get to the peaks here, your soldering gun is just going to want to go right through it. So just be careful with that. And I'm going to show you a couple other things too, a couple different patterns. Of course, this is best to do off the gun. You want to take this off when you're doing this so you can move it around. You get a more natural feel to your pattern. Here's a few different patterns that I've been just practicing. This is just a cheap PMag. These are great mags, by the way. They cycle awesome, and they're really tough. But anyways, you can kind of see this is just the dots. This is actually something my wife suggested, a crosshatch pattern, and it's supposed to come out like this. This I screwed up a little bit because I went too deep, and it came out looking just like stripes. But if you do it correctly and you go across this way and then you go across the opposite way, you get a pretty cool looking pattern right there. And then we got this one is I'm just holding my soldering gun at an angle. You just get it's just like the dots, only you don't, instead of going like this, dot dot dot, you got a really extreme angle. And that one takes some practice, because you have to be consistent for it to come out looking good. If you're not fully consistent with it, here's this little section here. I like how that came out. But yeah, that's another example. This is another example of this one. It's just deeper grooves. and then this side here is all the little dots, and you can kind of see where consistency comes in here. You want to keep your dots at the same depth, and it's really hard to do. It takes a lot of practice to get them all the same depth. As you can see, these ones were done on one pass, so they're pretty consistent. And then these ones were done on the same pass as this one, but on these two I took a break in between, and you can see this one is a lot deeper than that one. By deeper, I mean I'm pushing the soldering iron deeper into the plastic, and it raises out more of the plastic. It displaces more of the plastic, and so you get a really high rise stipple. So I mean, it's great for grip, but you just want to make sure it all matches. Anyways, that's pretty much it. So if you guys have any questions or comments, let me know. Have a great day.